Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mouse Cheers. Cheers.
John, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
That's a new scotch.
I know.
That was a gift that was gifted from our brother Josh.
Yeah.
He gave it to me. I've yet to try it. Just opened it up. Just cracked it open here.
I like it.
You know, I have a love-hate relationship with scotch.
With scotch?
And here's exactly why. Because when it comes to, I'm a big whiskey fan. I like to sample different kinds of whiskey.
Yes.
It can't be too sweet, though, is the only thing.
I've known you've been known for this.
Yeah, you got it. But here's the thing. There was one day, me, you, Paul, Josh, we were up in Boston. We went to a steakhouse called Del Fresco's.
Yes.
We had to hit we made a deal with the steakhouse that we would hit a certain number price-wise.
This was a rented out room at Del Fresco's, and we needed to hit a minimum. So, just in case, we had this one guy. He's like, hey, order a couple appetizers of the shrimp. We'll get a couple of the shrimp, a bottle of wine, a couple bottles of wine.
Those bottles of wine were like $60 each.
Yeah, how much was your...
So then I asked the waiter, I said, what kind of scotches you got?
Yeah.
And I honest to God, forgot the name of the scotch, but it was a $40 pour. And so this had to have been like a $700 bottle.
Yeah.
It was delicious, by the way, but it ruined the cheaper scotches for me.
Yes, so it spoiled you?
It spoiled me. However, I do have to say, this is very nice.
This is very nice. End of that story is the bill ended up being way more than the minimum.
Yeah.
And as per usual, you got this group of guys that are like, oh yeah, we'll let's just split the same guy, and he might be listening. That's fine.
I hope you are.
I hope you're listening.
Me and you, we're not good right now.
Same guy who ordered we'll get a couple of the shrimp, we'll get a bottle of wine. Made the idea of, hey, let's just split the check. I'm like, okay, there's like 13 of us, sure, let's split the check. But then there's like somebody like Paul's brother Joey got like a $19 pork chop or something. Like we're like splitting like a $1,500 bill.
Yeah, it was
crazy stuff.
Yeah, ridiculous.
That was actually a good memory, but that was not. That was we were scraping.
We scrape
because we weren't ready for that. We weren't ready for that bill.
One of those situations where let's have the bill take a lap around the table.
Like, did somebody forget? Did somebody forget taxes? Did somebody forget the tip? Did somebody forget to factor this in? Why are we $300 under?
I can tell you exactly why. Because even though this guy ordered all the appetizers and wine,
yeah,
he was like, "Oh, we're gonna, this is for the table. This isn't for me." He talked to a sommelier. Did you know that?
No.
He was like, you don't know this? Oh, yeah. He asked the server, he was like, can you bring in the sommelier? And then this random guy, skinny guy, and I watched them talk for a while, and they were going back and forth about what wine. So, like, he hand chose a wine.
This guy.
Yeah.
Real class act.
Real not class act.
I ain't going to Del Fresco's with you anytime soon.
Yeah. See you later. Want to go to McDonald's with you. Nice new shirt, John.
Thank you, sir. It's a fall vibe, I hope, and I like the color. I think, switch it up. I love your sweater, Hercules.
I went with a sweater today because even though it is fall, it's not super cold. I'm more of a... I don't like wear shorts in the summer, really.
Okay.
I'm very much... I can handle the heat more than I can handle the cold, let's say.
I agree. I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Which is why one day we'll live in Florida, where
we put words to action.
Where we put words to action, such as spending a day in Liberty Square or Toy Story Land.
I killed it in both lands.
I don't think you're gonna put pen to paper. I don't think you're gonna put words to action with making a puzzle out of mulch.
You're right.
Toy Story
You're
Land.
right. I won't put words to action. I'll put glued to mulch.
Nice.
And that's what we do here.
There he has it. It's really good to see you. Yeah, we haven't really talked since a couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly how long I've been looking for my jacket. Lost my jacket. Been looking everywhere for it.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Okay.
I come here and there it is.
There it is. So, all good things.
Oh, terrible things, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, I suppose. We're talking about unpopular opinions today because we've said things that are polarizing. I know. We have opinions sometimes. I would argue particularly Andrew.
I thrive off your hatred.
Has opinions that somebody be like, how is that your opinion? How? And like everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's fine, and that works. But how is that your opinion? Both of us have those kinds of opinions. I say let's just lay it all out on the line. Let's get it all out of our system.
Let's do it.
Let's go for some unpopular opinions. Obviously, when it comes to Disney, particularly Disney World, I suppose we could throw in some just regular Disney. We have a little list that we wrote, but we're also going to go off the cuff if we organically talk about something that brings up,
Some of these things might be repeats that I have expressed.
That's okay.
In other podcasts, but regardless, it's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
So I'll state it. We might not spend a lot of time on it.
And I have one such as that as well.
Yeah.
So, without further ado. Andrew?
Would you like to kick it off, or would you like me to?
Have I done that before?
I mean, I hope you didn't, and I hope you don't do it again.
Okay.
So
I kick it off. I'll kick it off with one that I've said before because we'll start with those or whatever. So, okay. Soaring around the world is only good from one seat. Otherwise, it's trash.
It's trash.
It's trash.
Oh, come on.
The reason it's trash is because it takes you out of it. Takes you out when you see the Eiffel Tower doing this. When you're on the sides, takes you out. Be like, okay, I'm not on a glider right now. I'm on a ride with a poorly designed. It was poorly designed. If they knew that there was one object in the middle that was standing straight up, like the Taj Mahal or the Eiffel Tower or even a mountain.
You see it for like 2 seconds, dude.
Nah, man. Because when you're going up that Eiffel Tower, you're going up. Up. And they're like, it's worse. And then it's like, ooh, that just took me out. It's towards the end, too. Happens a couple times through it.
So here's a couple things about
trash.
You saying it's trash makes you look like trash is the thing. And here's exactly why. You're taking little things, little segments.
Ain't looking like trash in this shirt.
You're looking pretty good in the shirt. However, you take little things out of a 10-minute experience, let's say, and you're taking a 20-second snippet of it and saying, if this is wrong, hence it's trash. You're not looking at the big picture. 1, still enjoyable, still fun. 2, a nice break from the heat on a hot day. Great place to sit. The wind blowing in your hair, the smells, the music. You're going to call all of that trash because the Eiffel Tower is a little crooked?
What did you say? I didn't hear you through all the hypocrisy.
What are you talking about?
When's the last time you dogged a movie for like a scene you didn't like? Or like something got ruined for you because of a scene.
Whoa. That is different. That's different.
It's quite literally the same because Soarin' is a tiny movie.
No, it's different because... No, John, you're discluding like half of what I just said. Because when I'm watching a movie, yes, I'm a tough critic. I'm more tough than I really should be because my credentials are 0. Okay. However, if I'm watching I can't even look at you right now. If I'm watching a movie, let's say I'm doing a movie marathon and I'm reviewing all of these movies.
Let's say he's reviewing movies. Call it uncredited critic.
let's say I'm reviewing all of these movies, right?
Follow Uncredited Critic on Spotify.
I'm only looking at the movie. I'm not taking into account certain things like the heat of the day. I want to sit down. Maybe I had a big lunch. This is an amusement park, John.
Listen. I watched the movie Michael. I was tired. Fell asleep. Movie's awful. One of my least favorites. The mood of the day. If I'm sitting down after a hot day with an ice cold Sprite, watching a movie, I'm going to enjoy it. Maybe I would have liked Michael. Michael is awful. One of my least favorites.
What the hell is Michael?
It's like that John Travolta Angel movie. So bad, so boring, so stupid.
I could have told you it was bad before you even watched it. Like, that's your problem. You're watching just
and
terrible.
I watched it before bed. I was tired.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though. But you hear me? You hear me?
No, I don't, because honestly, all of my things that I have with movies, I can back up more than just one thing wrong with it. It's just something happened to have bothered me with one scene, and I really emphasize on that. But I can list 10 more things wrong with the movie. Easy. House of Gucci. Terrible movie. You want me to go off on that movie? I will.
Did you have an ice cold Sprite? But were you hot?
It was a little hot.
Did you have Sprite?
I did not.
What's your problem? So here's the thing. I apologize. It's not the headphones. It's his hypocrisy. And I can't hear too well. And the problem is, Soren is a little movie. And yes, there are things about it that take you out. So if you have a near perfect movie and something happens that takes you out, it almost hurts more than if the movie is just average. It hurts more. It takes you out. And you're like, this should have been classic. But instead, it's mediocre. Henceforth, trash.
You're not understanding where I'm coming from, though. And because you're not understanding, I don't want to spend too much more time on this, because it's like trying to explain a color to a blind person.
Okay. Continue.
You're talking about just the movie. You're talking about a specific scene, and I hear you. I do. I'm saying I don't do that. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. However, you can't compare watching a single movie on your couch to being in an amusement park for the day.
I know.
Going on a single attraction that happens to be a video.
I wasn't necessarily comparing.
Speechless.
Did you hear him go? No. I was necessarily comparing the two. I was comparing the hypocrisy.
If you could see my goosebumps right now, my goosebumps. Terrible movie, by the way. Jack Black.
Oh, good. Oh, I didn't watch it. It's bad.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh. That'd be like Soarin' over California, great ride. Soarin' around the world, great ride. If you're in what's it called? No, not Conquest. The second one in the middle is good.
That was just all over the place. Thanks for sharing.
What do you got?
So just real quick before we move on. Just real quick. Also, there's a more of an entertaining factor to Soarin', to not necessarily Soarin' around the world, but Soarin' in general, because like if you're in let's say you're in the worst spot, it's a little funny.
Yeah, but you don't want. Okay, so
funny.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I was in a terrible spot. All the feet and that were in front of me, and oh, I was at such an angle, and then you laugh about it. It's funny.
See, I disagree. I don't think that's funny. I don't laugh about it. I say, that took me out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. If a movie is so bad it's funny, that's good.
All right,
but this isn't
enough
funny.
Enough of your movie thing.
There ain't nothing funny about this.
Let me kick my list off with an old reliable.
Old rely.
Hollywood Studios, Half Day Park.
So I got such an awful statement because it's so ignorant.
It's what I do here. And let me tell you something. Without fail,
Without?
1 p.m. Without. 1 p.m. I'm done. Everything. Without fail.
I want to go there for rope drop and like just follow you with a camera from rope drop to 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And
that's all I need.
As you're leaving the park, I'll be like, Andrew, did you see Fantasmic? Oh, no, Andrew, did you ride Rise of the Resistance? Oh, no, Andrew,
okay.
Did you
No. First of all, I will have rode Rise of the Resistance, guaranteed. Yeah. I wouldn't have enjoyed myself, but I will have rode it. And, yeah, of course I didn't see Fantasmic. That doesn't happen till 9.
Is that on your list? Rise?
What?
Well, I mean, you just said it.
What? We'll get there.
Okay.
But because
it sounded like a good seg.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no, because I'm not a fan of the galactic world.
That's fine, but we can segue. This ain't episode 4 where we're all like, the episode's over. Oh no, it's not. We got our stuff.
John, I don't like the galactic world, and I'm sick of people that think that
you're doing that on purpose.
Doing what on
Galaxy's
purpose?
Edge. You know it.
Oh, right.
Whatever.
That one's on me. That one's my bad. I'm sick of galactic world, though, and I'm sick and tired of people that can spend the day there. Huh? I'm in and out of there in like 10 minutes.
I'm afraid that I think that it'd be easier to much easier to spend the day there than Toy Story Land.
I killed it in Toy Story Land.
And it was a stretch.
I disagree. I killed it.
Okay.
And I would do that before. If you told me I could either spend a day in Galactic or Toy Story, I would choose Toy Story every time, regardless of the bore factor.
I do like Slinky Dog Dash.
Love me some Slinky Dog Dash. But you know what? And to go a little bit further into this, since we're here already.
Yeah.
I'm sick of pretending. Well, I never pretended. I'm sick of people pretending that
Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run is a good ride. I'm sick of people pretending.
Okay,
if you want to do something similar to that, go on Star Tours.
All right, so here's this. Like, is that on your list?
It is.
You segued into that, but anyway.
Well, you gave me a whole bunch of grief on the segues.
No, I got this. Oh yeah, but then we didn't segue to the never mind.
This isn't episode 4, John.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
This isn't episode 4, John.
This is. Listen, I agree with you. I think that Smuggler's Run is a good ride, but I don't think it's as good as Star Tours. That while Smuggler's Run has better effects and feels more like you're like riding the Millennium Falcon, Star Tours has multiple different scenarios that can happen. Therefore, it's like the second time I used henceforth in this video so far.
Okay.
Take a shot every time, But I agree with you.
Okay. Can I also just say that Star Tours is superior as I just go in, I sit down, I ride the ride, if you would. Don't put me to work. I'm not going to be pushing buttons.
That's the other thing.
I'm not going to be flying no ship.
The buttons really don't do anything.
They don't do anything. I'm not trying to work. I'm on vacation right now.
And Smuggler's Run.
Go in the pool.
And Smuggler's Run, by this won't be all negative for me.
Mine is full of hate.
Mostly negative.
Mine
but we love Disney.
I do.
So no hate, but unpopular. But we're getting it all out. We no apologies. Smuggler's Run is cool if you're the pilot, so you're playing, you're doing the thing. But for everybody else, it's just I don't want to press buttons.
Hot trash.
You want to press buttons for no reason? Go to Mission Space.
And I'll even skip on Mission Space too.
I like Mission Space.
It's something that if I skip, chances are I won't even be like, oh, and I didn't do Mission Space. I'll just forget it's a thing. I'll forget it's a thing.
I really want to try Space 220 next time I go.
Oh, I don't. That's another thing I don't. This isn't on my list, but since we're here, enough with space. What's people's obsession with space? Now let's talk about the moon for a moment.
Let's discuss the moon.
Now, it fascinates me more than anyone.
I'm
the
sure.
fact that we only see one side of the moon, and it technically spins on its own axis. However, the fact that we only see one side of the moon is due to a tidal reason, right? But that makes no sense too, because the tide is different all the time.
I don't know. Wait, so the moon spins on its own axis?
Well,
but
here's the thing about the moon.
we never. So it spins.
I need a ball or something. It's okay. I don't. Do I have a ball? Why would I have a ball?
Can we?
So, is there a ball? Right?
It's like, do I have a ball?
So, okay. Oh, hold on. No, what? No. Put that down. I liked what you were doing here. You were onto something here. Okay. This is the moon. This is the Earth. Okay. This is the side of the moon that we see at all times. We never see the back of the moon. Okay. So it spins, right?
Is the Earth going this way?
So, sure. So it spins, but it's always moving like this.
And we're always moving like this.
And that makes no sense because it should be moving like this. I don't know. Can you see that? Are we too high? Lower it a little bit.
Are we too high the whole time? No,
So
here's the problem
like
with this thing.
It should spin like this, right?
Yeah, but then how's this side of the Earth? How's this side of the Earth seeing the moon right now?
Well, John.
Oh, is this daily? This is daily.
This is daily because if the sun's on this side, it's nighttime over here. Hence, you know.
Henceforth.
Yeah. So and the thing that keeps it right from us seeing the same side of the moon
keeps it too
is the tide.
And
that makes no sense.
Isn't the moon responsible for gravity? So if the moon didn't exist, would we have gravity? Wouldn't the gravitational pull be aloof?
So anyway, I'm sick of space, and I don't like the idea of being submerged in, like, if I look out a window, I'm seeing space. I want to see some sunlight.
Yeah, but there's time and a place. Time and a place, and it's not like Disney hasn't gone all in on space or anything. It's not overdone.
I disagree because not only Space 222. But 220. What's the hotel?
Galactic Star Cruiser, which is probably where you're getting the word galactic.
The Star Cruiser. That's like all like that.
Yeah, but that's a Star Wars themed hotel.
I will not be staying there.
I hope that they do a Marvel themed hotel. That'd be sweet.
I'm over Marvel too. After Endgame, it ended for me.
This is just like. We should let's just hate on Andrew's opinions.
I thrive off your hatred.
Man of the people.
Yeah. You have to be strong to be a man of the people.
Oh, the hypocrisy. Can't hear it. I have an unpopular opinion. Stitch's Great Escape was a great attraction and I miss it.
Ugh. Really?
Yes.
You liked sitting in those uncomfortable chairs smelling that burp smell?
A booyah, he just fell into my trap.
Oh, because there's one part of the ride.
Because it's one part of the ride that you don't like and it ruined it all.
I know, but here's the thing. It's one thing I'm emphasizing on, but I can continue if you want me to, which you clearly want me to.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. Seats are very uncomfortable. Not a thing anymore.
Okay.
Seats were very uncomfortable.
I'll agree with you. Those seats that go down.
Yeah.
And then like press on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And they like go down more. You're like, then you like go down. Yeah. But then it follows you down. And then by the time it lifts up, you're like,
yeah.
That's your own fault. But that's your own fault for going down. You should have just trusted the ride and stayed sitting up. So
the seats were very uncomfortable.
Okay.
Anytime there's a sharp smell like that in Stitch and in Figment, not a fan.
Yeah, but it happens in like Tough to Be a Bug.
I'm not a fan of that either.
Really?
Really. I don't like any sharp smells. Any smells that are considered gross or sharp, not a fan.
What's a sharp smell?
Anything very piercing that when you enter the room, like you're like, oh my, this is the smell. Most Yankee Candle stores are very sharp.
Okay.
Yeah, not a fan.
Okay.
Give me a single candle. I walked into a Yankee Candle store the other week, and I found the source. So I always thought that just because there were candles in there, it smelled like candles. No, son. I found the source in the back of in the back of the store. They have like 20 candles on their side with the lid off. Now, that's why the store smells like shit all the time.
Are you serious?
And then because also the lids are off, when you go there's such a sharp smell. If you take one of the candles and you smell it, you can't smell anything.
Do you think you get... Yeah, I know. And that's annoying. Do you think the workers get like a headache working there?
They have to. It's like I also went to a soap factory one time. Sharp.
There's like a soap store in Disney Springs. It's cool to walk through, but it is sharp, though.
It's sharp. So that's what I mean. And I'm not a fan.
So are you saying that Stitch's Great Escape was not a good ride? You would skip it? You don't like it?
It has become a ride that I think people miss for pure nostalgia reasons. If it was still operating today, people would skip it.
I would not skip it.
For pure nostalgia reasons? Got him.
I mean...
Got his ass.
No.
Have you seen Lilo and Stitch?
Oh, yeah.
Good movie.
It is a good movie.
The gentleman that keeps on dropping the ice cream, hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's the best of the so-called what do you call it? The dark
bad Disney movies.
Yeah. the post-Renaissance. We have to do podcasts galore on the movies. We have to do like a rank, or maybe not a ranking, but like talk about like the golden age, the silver age, the Renaissance, the post-Renaissance.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I think all Disney breakfast is overrated, and I will skip it every time. Even Crystal Palace. The only thing it has going for it is you can meet Winnie the Pooh characters, and even that. Once you meet them once, I'm good.
Here's what I say. I have a couple things to say about that. Regarding the characters, where's Rabbit? Where's Owl?
Where's Owl?
We got Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, Eeyore. Where's Rabbit? Where's Owl?
Where's Kang and Roo?
I mean, I'm all set. And then, like, if you want to get like real picky, you could say, "Where's Gopher?"
Where's Gopher? Me and Gopher. That's my boy right there.
Yeah, Gopher's cool, but he's definitely a slight character. He's almost like
character. There's a Halloween Winnie the Pooh from like 92.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What's it called? There's a Halloween.
In fact,
Winnie the Pooh.
not only do I not know, but if you can find it for me right now, I'll love you forever, because I won't if you don't.
Boo to you too, Winnie the Pooh.
No, get out of here with that shit.
Oh, really?
Well, actually, hold on. I don't know what you're looking at.
You don't know Boo to you too?
Well, yeah. I do. No. So this was dark. This was sound off in the comment, guys. I really need your help on this, actually.
Well, I'm going to continue to try.
So here's what I remember. Okay. Here's what I remember. Pooh. Maybe it wasn't a Halloween. Maybe it was just a dark episode. It was scary. It was frightening. There was a swing. He was swinging at one point, but it was dark.
Wait. Dark like it was nighttime, or dark like it was a dark.
No, dark like nighttime. Mischievous branches that cast mischievous shadows. Specifically while he was swinging.
No, so I see if I hit Scary Winnie the Pooh, that new one comes up. Blood and Honey.
Oh yeah. Type in mischievous branches. mischievous branches. And while you're doing that and you find nothing, let me continue on. I think that's all I remember. But I remember Gopher played a rather large part in it. He would pop up like they do.
Hold on. You're not talking about the sky falling, that one?
No. Well, no. Something's awry. What's wrong?
The sky's falling?
The sky is not falling. The sky might be falling. I don't remember anything but the swing. Something's not correct. Something's not great.
I know in okay, you know what?
We used to own the VHS.
I honestly want to do a whole Winnie the Pooh episode. Honestly.
We'll revisit.
I think it might be Pooh Skies, but I wanna talk. I have so much to say about Winnie the Pooh.
We'll bookmark it.
So
all of breakfast at Disney World is overrated.
Here's what I say. So I don't think Crystal Palace is the best breakfast on Disney property. It's a buffet, and buffets are like a little gimmicky.
Cafeteria food. Heard that.
Yeah, I think it's like a step above that, but I think, breakfast is breakfast. Breakfast is good. But if you're going, I just think that you haven't had the right breakfast places in Disney World. Like I said, one of my top 5 sit-downs was Ale and Compass because of their breakfast. Like,
John,
top notch.
Eggs taste like eggs anywhere they're made.
That's not true.
That's so
Oh, you ever
true.
see who's Gordon Ramsay's teacher? Pierre, or what was his name? Mark? Oh, the guy that Gordon Ramsay studied under before he was big.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay.
G. Rams. I think he would enjoy some of my cookings. Maybe pass the dish.
Marco Pierre White.
Okay.
Marco Pierre White. There is a video on YouTube, and I'll share it with you after this. It's wicked funny. Because if you ever saw the YouTube video of Gordon Ramsay making scrambled eggs, he's like, and then he like burns the toast at one point, and he has to like remake the toast. You remember that video?
Vaguely.
There's a video of Pierre making scrambled eggs too, and it's like it's not side by side, but it's like clips, and like Marco Pierre is like, only a fool would rush a scrambled egg. Then it cuts to Ramsay. He's like, all right, you want to... and then it's like Ramsay burns the toast. He's like, oh, did I burn the toast? God, so that'll wake up the missus. Then it cuts to Pierre. He's just like staring. But he's like in such control. It's actually very, very funny. So I'll share that with you. It's very funny. I think that is an unpopular opinion. I also think it's a misguided opinion. I think that it's an uneducated opinion, and I think it's quite an inexperienced opinion.
Okay, well, agree to disagree. Moving on.
I don't really like Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
Are you a monster?
Nope. Must be why I don't like it.
Well, there we go. John, it's nothing. What don't you like about it?
I'm just done.
You're done? Hold on. You would go on Stitch's Great Escape before you went on Laugh Floor? Oh. You're going to get struck down.
Yeep, yeep. I'm good.
I have to tell you. Take that yeep yeep back because no one's on your side, okay?
I will never take the yeep yeep back, but continue.
Not only is it charming, not only are there some quality laughs, not only is it a nice escape from the heat, not only do you have a chance to be a part of the show, which for some people is a big deal because they never get chosen, but it is a staple. It's a staple.
Seeing it once is cool. Every other time after that is to see if your joke got chosen.
I will at least give you, if you're going to Magic Kingdom twice, go one day and not the next. I will at least give you that.
I will go with the baby. It's different, but I will go each time once. But I enjoy it less and less every time I see it. Don't love it. And actually, I think that like it's been a few years since I've been, so I might go again. But I don't really need it. Now, Stitch's Great Escape.
Oh God,
it's an attraction that is entertaining and well themed.
Shut down 50s primetime diner. Not only do I dislike the work atmosphere, this whole gimmick of you're gonna get roasted by the servers, the grandma servers, and nothing against the 50s. That's my era. That's my year. Mm-hmm. But don't come at me with that. Don't put some whipped cream on my green beans because I didn't finish them and then bring it back to the table and everyone laughs.
I'm sorry. They're not going to do that every time. If they get this feeling that you're not into it, they won't do it for you.
I give them the evil eye every time. Evil eye.
You know.
Evil eye.
You ever had to stand in the corner?
No.
That's funny.
If someone told me stand in the corner, I'd be like, you think I'm going to stand in the corner? Do you really think so? Also, this PB&J milkshake that people love so much, it's gross.
It's not.
It's
You've never tried it?
Don't need to.
You're ignorant.
Don't need to, because milkshakes in general are gross. PB&Js are gross. Mix the two gross together, you got extra gross.
This guy.
That's right. I stand by it, too.
Okay, I'll go my restaurant that's overrated. I don't want to close it down or anything. Tiffin's is overrated. I'm sorry. Were you watching the sit-downs and be like, ooh, is John going to have Tiffin on his top 5? No, I'm not, because it's overrated. I ate there once. I think I brought up the octopus. Yummy stuff. Scallops were good. The coffee was exceptional. The water was triple distilled. And I was like, the more I'm talking about it, it's like it's all very positive.
All good things, yeah.
Second time I went,
it's always that second time with you. This guy goes somewhere, loves it, raves about it. Second time he goes, I'll probably never go again.
I didn't rave on Tiffin's the first time. There were aspects that I liked. The coffee was fantastic. The triple distilled water tasted like water.
No, you don't say.
Yeah, but it felt good. Anyway,
you're losing everyone right now.
I got
with your
this
argument.
I got this fillet with a lobster tail. It was a surf and turf, and it was just like this just like onion flavor. And I like onion, but like it was one note. It was one note. In a high upscale signature restaurant, I expect more from. I'll give it another shot, of course, but it's nowhere near my top, and I think it's overrated because a lot of people are like, oh, it's my number 1 in all of Disney World. Posh.
He's, you've been poshed. What can I say? I don't have a stance on it. I've never been there, so I don't have a stance on it.
Nomad Lounge is cool.
Yeah, sure. The margarita stand in Epcot.
What about it?
Doesn't open until 11.
Yeah.
Park opens at 8:30. Open up earlier. I'm on vacation. I'm trying to have a marg at 10.
I'm sorry. Where in the world would that be an unpopular opinion, good sir? I agree with you.
Oh.
Full-handedly.
Why are we doing that? Cheers.
Oh, right.
We've done that once before,
too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I never fist bump you.
I know. It's weird. Yeah, why open at 11 a.m. when you could open at 8:30?
Okay, so maybe that one was misguided. I figured people would think, oh,
no, it's worth talking about. Yeah, I agree with you, good sir.
I figured people would think, oh, look at this guy drinking a margarita at 10 a.m. I'll drink 2 margaritas at 10 a.m.
I don't think, so.
Actually, after one, I'm pretty.
I have one. One and done.
Honestly, after one, I am done.
One and done. Sometimes I don't even finish mine. So okay, good note. I don't miss Happily Ever After fireworks show, and I think Enchantment is way better.
No.
Yes.
John. Now, okay. I would have, if you said wishes over happily ever after, I would have been like right there with you.
That too.
But no.
Enchantment has the magic. You are the magic.
Happily ever after.
Oh, the song's cool. But the fireworks show is what do you call it? Showy? A little bit much. Heart. It misses the heart. It lacks the heart for me.
That's the one. No. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I kind of know where you're coming from, but I think you're misunderstanding or not properly educated on the fact that it came right after Wishes, which was very heavy on the heart, and in comparison, it was like nothing. But if you put that to the side, and you look at the two, if you look at Enchantment, if you look at Happily Ever After, I think you'll find that they're the same, just in different ways. It's like how what inspires me might not inspire you, and vice versa.
Enchantment brings it back to the heart. That's what I think. I think it's a combination of the two. And I still think Wishes is king, but Enchantment is second best for me. And that inspires me. Doesn't have to inspire you.
Good, because I'm not inspired. The only two things that inspire me, I actually didn't have anything to say. Sorry about that, everybody. I thought something would come to me, but it did not. Ditch Genie Plus. Instead, have a Fast Pass system that works like this. Have the Fast Pass line, right? You do your thing. Then you're going to have a bowl of salt and a little sharp object next to the bowl of salt. Everybody that wants to ride the ride faster, just cut your hand a little bit. You don't need to draw much blood. And then stick your hand in the bowl of salt. That will determine how badly you really want to ride. Yeah, no, I wrote that.
A bowl of salt?
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, it's tops and it's free.
I think it's free,
you're paying a price, but it isn't money.
Genie Plus has stooped to the level of Six Flags. It was like the elite get to cut in line or ride it sooner. I liked when you had Fast Pass or Fast Pass Plus, and you were able to plan your trip 6 months in advance with your dining res 180 days out. Your Fast Pass is 60 days out. And really just plan your vacation. And if you didn't plan, hey,
sorry.
But at least we're not leaving it up to the people with money. We're leaving it up to, those who are planning their vacation.
Yeah, and also, some people that couldn't have gotten a Fast Pass or whatever in the standby line, and then watching everyone go to the Fast Pass line, they're like, oh, I've been waiting forever. These people are just walking right on by. My salt thing solves all these problems because you watch people skip by you in line, get on the ride faster, but then you go, that guy paid the ultimate price.
I agree with this gentleman.
Yeah, thank you.
The movie Beauty and the Beast is only okay.
Oh, John.
It's in the middle of the pack. It's one of the worst of the Renaissance.
John, no. Then
let's name the Renaissance.
Let's name them.
Little Mermaid.
Beauty and the Beast is better than Little Mermaid. Go on.
Well, no. Well, Little Mermaid is better than Beauty and the Beast. Rescuers Down Under, better than Beauty and the Beast.
I have to think about that.
Aladdin, better than Beauty and the Beast.
I disagree.
Lion King, better than Beauty and the Beast.
I disagree with that.
Pocahontas, better than Beauty and the Beast.
I think Pocahontas might be the worst.
I disagree. I quite like Pocahontas. I think it's quite great. I think I think I brought it up on an old podcast. I think it was with Joe when we were talking about Pixar or just Disney movies. They cut that scene, that song. One of the three things that always bothers me when I think about it. And I think that the movie is lacking because that song was cut. It's kind of like the heart of the movie was cut, but I think it's still a very strong movie. And if I had Beauty and the Beast right here and Pocahontas right here, I would watch Pocahontas first.
Continue.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, better than Beauty and the Beast.
I'm
like, this movie, better. And then he's like, every time.
No, I disagree. Go on.
Hercules, better than Beauty and the Beast.
It is, hands down.
Mulan.
It is not.
You don't think it's better?
No. I don't.
I'd have to think about that. Tarzan is
not.
May not be. I love Mulan and Tarzan.
If you think that way,
mm-hmm.
you don't love cinema.
That's incorrect.
It was the first animated movie to be nominated for Best Picture for a very good reason. It is tale as old as time, and yet still rings true today, both inspiring the little children and giving the adults the will to continue, the will to go on, that maybe someday, even though I'm a beast, I might find that special someone. There's something sweet, there's something kind. But, you know how
I was just going to let him go until he just crumbled. And
you know the rest of the words. But also, it was something where it started a movement, right? This is starting a movement.
Didn't start anything. It's the third movie in the Renaissance. It didn't start anything.
This started a movement.
Of what?
Of what a next level animated movie could be.
What are you talking about? You're talking out your ass. Your turn. I've said my piece, and I don't need to defend it.
Enough of the Minute Maid lemonade. Make your own. I'm sick and tired of having a frozen lemonade and then it's Minute Maid. Make your own lemonade. I prefer that.
Is that Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, like Disney sells Minute Maid. You're telling Disney to make their own.
Yeah.
I thought you were like going off book here and being like, don't buy Minute Maid, make your own lemonade.
Well, I mean, if we want to go off book, we can too.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of unpopular opinions.
I understand. It's mass produced for a reason. People like it. It's too sweet.
Yeah, no. I agree with you. Minute Maid, like,
and
lemonade needs to have the perfect level of tart.
You have the funds. You have the time. You have the staff, at least. Make the time. Make me a good lemonade. What is this nonsense where I can walk into any random Starbucks and get a fresh lemonade, but I walk into a high-class joint in Disney World and I get a Minute Maid?
Amen.
Amen to that.
What do we got? Ohana isn't what it used to be.
Ohana used to be my fave.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken was of dreams that you wake up and you try to fall asleep again to finish the dream.
Yeah.
Well into dessert, I was still asking for chicken. My last visit was a different story. Still enjoyable. A severe drop in quality. It is sad to see. I do agree with you, though.
Yeah.
It's such a shame, and you'd like to hope that it'll go back to the roots.
Hope they go back to the roots, because right now we're at two thigh, bye-bye.
Two thigh bye-bye?
I mean, like, yeah, one or two.
One or two?
Well, what do you eat?
5 or 6.
It's not what it used to be. I used to eat so much chicken, and now I only eat 6 chicken thighs, along with steak.
Used to be 10, 11.
I couldn't even finish the beef last time.
The beef was dry.
It's dry.
And they've added, did you notice that?
The teriyaki sauce.
It's a very thick teriyaki glaze.
Now, I enjoy the pesto. I enjoy the thigh, not as much as the old version of the chicken. But the shrimp is still right out. If you like shrimp, it's still right on. It doesn't fall necessarily out of my top, but it's heading that way. And I'd like them to go back to their roots. The appetizers are still great. The shrimp is still great, but you're still paying that money. And for 2 of those 3 entrees to not be as good as they used to be, and one of them actually kind of not being good, kind of falls it off for me. So
yeah, no, I hear you.
What do you got?
I hate the idea of going on vacation to Disney World and staying at a hotel off of property to make things a little cheaper and then having to drive to the park. Put me on Disney property. I'm not driving in that traffic. I'm not walking a mile to the park from the parking lot. Give me a hotel on Disney property. Let me take their free transportation. I'm not staying in a La Quinta 50 miles away.
You don't need to stay in a La Quinta 50 miles away. I have stayed in Buena Vista Suites. That's about it. I usually stay on property. But I've stayed at Buena Vista Suites, and I've driven to the parks. Fun fact, if you're a DVC member, which I am, and you stay on property, even if you're not in your home resort, if you're staying on property, you park for free. So you drive to the park, you park for free. But if you are staying off property, good sir, and you drive to the park, you're paying $25 to park each day, and it's not even preferred parking. Preferred is like $50.
You know what I can do with $25 now?
What can you? What?
I can almost go to Chili's.
You can almost go to Chili's, save up 25.
Yeah.
You go in like 8 days to the park, $25 times 8 equals some crazy amount.
That's a lot of De Niro.
And you could almost buy a telescope to try to see the moon.
And let me tell you, that baffles me.
Baffles
me. Baffles scientists. Have you ever, if you Google
does it
this,
baffle scientists?
It does. If you Google it, what we get is we don't know.
I didn't have that. I didn't Google that ever. I didn't think to.
You should.
I will. I'm gonna Google it and be like, we don't know. Oh, he's right.
You got anything else?
I got one more thing.
I got one more thing too.
Perfect.
You go.
Disney. Are you listening?
Listen up.
Because I'm about to drop a bombshell. The classics aren't represented enough. It's too much of the new. Too much of the new. And too much of the new is alienating the older gen.
Aliens. Moon. Full circle.
Dark side. We don't know.
You can't continue and forget the roots.
Can't continue and forget the roots. You can replace, you can update, but even if you're updating rides, like let's say they get rid of Caballeros and make it a Coco ride, it would break my heart, but fine. Still represent them somewhere else. Like represent. We don't see a lot of the older ones anymore.
It comes down to, and this is not even Disney related, but this is a part of everything in life.
Yeah.
History, music, movies, everything. If you don't talk about it, it gets forgotten.
Yeah.
And that in certain circumstances is criminal to me.
Criminal.
Criminal.
Yeah. And it's Disney World. You expect all the characters to inhabit it. Like, when's the last time you saw, like, Phil from Hercules? You don't. Or, I don't know.
These things, also because there's a different animation style now, and you go back, and it's now you're watching an obviously older made film. These things are going to turn into the next generation's black and white movie.
Right.
And a lot of people don't like that because that's just for the mere reason, that's old.
Yeah, and that's a terrible reason. It's a terrible excuse. And yeah, I don't like it. Where's Fox and the Hound? Right? Where's,
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Thank you. What else? What do you got?
Every actress that plays Mary Poppins should be fired on the spot.
What?
If you tell me to stand up straight, bitch, I am standing up straight. All right? And you ruined my picture because I was...
Really?
Yeah. And you ruined my picture because I was standing up even more straight than I was, and I looked ridiculous. You should have been fired on the spot. Now,
I didn't know that.
Now, every single person that plays Mary Poppins, if you utter those words, are you fired? That was me sprinkling "you're fired."
He talked to me, and for a second, I thought I was fired. That's how serious he was.
You're
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
that's I'm very well aware. Everything we said is very unpopular to most or all people.
Yeah.
And the people that do agree are probably a small number.
I agree with you. I agree. And that just is the way the world and the moon turn. It just is what it is. You don't have to agree. That's fine. We still love Disney. Yeep, yeep.
Oh, God. I was going to... The thing about the yeep yeeps is they happen more frequently than I wanted them to. But you know what? Despite my feelings for the yeep yeeps, I'll cheers to that.
Okay. As will I.
I'm out.
I am not. Cheers.